How come people aren't marching, protesting, and throwing things due to an unarmed woman being beheaded by an Islamic militant? All these people in America butthurting about bigotry, but where's the outrage? Not much says bigotry like having your head sawed off because you're not a Muslim. Or maybe he's just mad for not making Employee of the Month.
I think what's happening. Propaganda.
Let's take a look at the panel hosted by Melissa Harris Perry, shall we?
I would be remiss not to bring up the story out of Oklahoma. It is a story that I read as a workplace violence story, but I want to play just a little bit of the sound from the press conference that followed a gentleman who beheaded a woman in the context of his having been fired. Then he goes back to the plant. He stabs several people. One of the women, her head is severed.
Okay. I don't trust her assessment from the get-go because I'm not seeing how she can refer to someone who saws a woman's head off as a gentleman. She can call him a gentleman, but she can't call what he did Islamic. What he did does not fit the description of a gentleman. However, what he did does fit the teachings of Muhammad. And you know those blood moons are having some sort of effect. Because even when Bill Maher is giving the finger to the PC culture that tries to compare Islam to Christianity for evil, Bill Maher doesn't like either. But even he acknowledges that Christianity does not deserve to be seen as comparable to Islam, or that Islam really is about peace. It's just a few that are violent, and the few who do that aren't really Islam. Well, if it's just a few who do that, then you liberals shouldn't have a flippin' thing to worry about, and you should have zero apprehensions of desecrating the image of Muhammad, the way you cowardly attack Christ, which is another dead giveaway of liberal hypocrisy. You say that Christianity is just as evil as Islam. How can Christianity be as evil as Islam when, according to you, Islam isn't even evil at all? It means peace, according to how you spin it to try to fit your so-called progressive narrative. But then, when it's shown to you that people are committing murder in the name of Islam and not in the name of Christianity, you give Islam a pass and say they're just a few extremists. They don't do these things in Islam. Yeah, they do. So this panel thinks they've made this brilliant point about, oh, it's such a small percentage of these extremists doing this. But while they're acting all holier than thou, preaching about how we shouldn't stereotype people, this liberal donkey hole turns right around and stereotypes the right wing.
But the idea to turn this into, and we're seeing right-wing media use this, continuing the narrative, look, Muslims are here in America, they're committing jihad. The man just converted last year. There was over 500 workplace killings last year. Yep. We don't know about the religion of any of those murderers, but if someone is Muslim, it's got to be a terrorist.
Right.
These people are such contradicting hypocrites, it's amazing. It doesn't even faze them that a woman was beheaded on American soil in the name of Islam. And they're so afraid of stepping outside of their so-called progressive narrative that they can't frown on Islam. They have to be dismissive of it. Oh, so what? She lost her head. What's the big deal about a head anyway? We don't use ours and we get along just fine without it. These people are so hung up on being PC that they cut off their own arm to keep their finger from bleeding. Or should I say they sacrifice their head to save their body. I mean, how many people have to die on American soil in the name of Islam to satisfy you? The 6 that died in the Trade Center bombing in 1993 wasn't enough. The thousands that died on 9/11, that wasn't enough. The 13 that Nadal Hassan killed wasn't enough. The 3 that were killed in Boston wasn't enough. Oh, that's just a few people. No big deal. Yeah, but somehow it's a big enough number to keep you liberals from dissing Muslims, ain't it? And most of you cowardly hide behind being politically correct to show them no disrespect. And you know that's a bunch of bull, because if you were so hung up on respect, you wouldn't diss Christians the way that you do. And don't give me some jive about it's because Christians don't like gays and don't believe in women's rights. You are seriously barking up the wrong tree. Stick to hugging it. I'm Alfonso Rachel with Zonation, and liberals like these are funny. A person who does follow their Quran and murders in the name of it can't really be Islamic. But a murderer like Timothy McVeigh, who didn't follow what Christ taught, is deemed to be absolutely a Christian and still cherry-picked to this day to be an example of how Christians are just as bad as Muslims, who, according to liberals, aren't really bad at all. Yeah, they do.